party hats. Boom, boom.
The whole go bang bang here. Let us begin.
I want you to keep an eye out for the Boogity Man.
VHS Bandits.
Boogie! Boogie! Boo!
VHS Bandits.
Welcome to Coxwell
Don't
Academy.
need no DVDs, don't need no Betamax. These are the VHS Bandits.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the VHS Bandits. This week we watched When Good Ghouls Go Bad. Let's pop in the tape.
Every autumn, the people of Walker Falls are gripped with fear, for a deadly curse haunts this town.
If you ever have another Halloween, I will return and destroy you all.
But this year,
It's America.
It's a warning!
one man will change everything.
Halloween!
From beyond the grave, Fox Family presents
You're dead! You're right!
Christopher Lloyd in the biggest dead man's party
How come my boots are on the wrong feet?
Oops.
Halloween has ever seen. Don't miss the world television premiere, When Good Ghouls Go Bad. Tonight at 8, 7 Central on Fox Family. It will be a night to dismember.
Anybody else want a piece of me?
Part of the 13 Days of Halloween on Fox Family.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome to another episode of VHS Bandits. Kevbot here. What's
Hey guys, he's
happening?
back! He's back! Wow! Welcome! Wow!
The ghost
Kevbot.
of Kevbot. With me, as always, is...
Date Train! Ooh! Spooky Halloween! Ooh!
And...
Topher Hansen from Beyond
Beyond
with Blueberry cereal.
Beyond the Eastern Standard Time Zone.
Yes, I'm 3 hours beyond.
Ooh, what's going on, guys? How you doing? It feels so good to be.
What's going on with you,
Yeah,
Kevbot?
I haven't
Risen from the grave
I haven't
to
seen
come
you
back
since,
to the VHS Bandits.
I haven't seen you since the tape swap.
I know. It's been.
I mean, you haven't been on. I've seen you in person, but you haven't been on the show since the tape swap last summer.
Yeah, and I can't even tell you what episode I was on before that.
UHF, I think.
Oh, that might have been
Like,
my
Yeah.
swan song before my hiatus.
Which was like 8 months ago
Yeah.
or more.
Hey, things are good. Things are going well. I got a little ghoul of my own,
That's right.
crawling and biting and eating
Pooping
brains
and peeing.
and peeing. Yep.
He doesn't like avocado.
Doesn't like avocado or peas. Anyway,
Neither do I.
yeah. Frankly, if it's green, I just don't eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Jello?
No. No.
What if it's
Nah,
Skittles? Skittles can be green.
Oh, that's true.
Sometimes.
Yeah, Skittles are green. Not green M&Ms.
What if
They're
it's
not lettuce flavored Skittles though,
What if it's
or
a
avocado flavored Skittles.
Airheads are okay too.
Yeah, what about like Dum Dums and fruit roll-ups and Shamrock Shakes?
I don't get Shamrock Shakes.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta say, I got a Shamrock Shake this year, and they fucked it up.
What did they do?
They
was a
changed. They
Shamrock
changed.
Shake.
It doesn't taste at all like Shamrocks. First of all,
It's supposed to taste like mint or
second
something,
of all,
right?
I feel like they changed the formula. It used to be like straight up mint in chocolate chip ice cream. Basically, that's all
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
But now it tastes like there's some fucked up weird shit to it. Or some
Now there's
dude behind the counter just pissed in my Shamrock Shake.
some
I don't know.
ooze from TGRI.
Oh, yeah. Have you been glowing green or turning into a mutant lately?
Yeah.
I've been smushing up lightning bugs and rubbing them on my face so I can come back from the dead one day.
That's pretty natural.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty natural. So anyway,
Great to have you back, KevBot.
Thanks.
Yeah,
It's good
man.
this feels good. This feels right.
Especially here for the Halloween season.
Yeah. Ooh, spooky. We watched this week When Good Ghouls Go Bad. And you guys have seen this before.
Many
Every
times.
Halloween.
Yeah.
This is a tradition now.
It sure is.
Now,
So welcome to the tradition, KevBot.
was this or any part of this movie on the super famous Halloween mixtapes from years past?
No. So the way that this movie was discovered to us was probably 10 years ago. My ma came home from the grocery store, and it was a DVD of this at the grocery store, and she was like, "Hey, there's some movie, and it says Christopher Lloyd's in it, and I know how much you love Back to the Future, so here you go, happy birthday or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, this looks terrible. What the hell is this?"
I remember, I think I was there when your mom came in, or I know your mom got it.
I think you were there
we
too.
watched it together for the first time, but
Yeah.
we were too cool for this is it's like a kids movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like at the age we felt we were too cool for kids movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. This is back before
And then
our
we watched it,
appreciation
and
for
it's
this
the
stuff.
best fucking movie ever put on film.
So the thing was, we've had the DVD of this forever, and I used to go to your house, T-Man, and we would, we decorate the front yard for the two kids that came to your house.
Yep.
And then we would go upstairs and we watch this plus a bunch of other Halloween-y stuff, including the Boo Master Production movies.
Yes.
Which I think we should have to talk about that at some point, either today or on another episode. The Boo Master movies.
Maybe.
We'll figure that.
Was that compilation?
Yeah.
DVD of the terrible.
Yes. All right. So all right.
Hey,
real quick out there, Bandit fans. Real quick out of left field. There's a couple of guys that are from our area that are independent movie makers, and they made a bunch of zero budget little horror movies. Some are a little bit better than the other, but they're all terrible.
Yeah.
And they made them on DVDs, and their production company was Boo Master Productions, and we ended up meeting these guys or whatever, and we got copies of them. I'm sorry. My buddy Paul was in one of their movies, and that's how we ended up meeting up with them.
Boo Master sounds like a boss in a Halloween-themed video game.
Boom Master.
Yeah.
You're
some
facing
some
King Boo.
Sega Genesis
Yeah, you have
you're
to.
a ghoul and you have to
You gotta
ghoul treasure was
Like
stolen.
Slaughterhouse
You
or
have to fight the
something.
Boo
Yeah,
Master.
you have to go to KB Toys and you have to buy a copy of the strategy guide.
You can say Toys R Us now too. In that.
At Toys R Us, yeah, and you got to buy the strategy guide to to beat the boss.
To beat the Boo Master.
So
Call up the Sega
Can
Genesis
you
help
beat the Boo
hotline for
Master?
$9.99 the first minute to learn how to defeat the Boo Master.
so
Freddy Krueger will tell you how.
So years and years later, I think this is a year or two ago, you and me, Kevbot, we were at the local flea market buying tapes, and there's a guy who had this.
Yeah.
So I was like, sweet, now we can actually watch it for the show because now I actually have it on tape. So
Yeah.
now I have it in I think it's one of the only movies I have that I have in more than one format. So
Wow.
What would another movie be?
Back to the Future. I know another Christopher Lloyd movie that
Yeah.
I definitely have on DVD.
You
and
love
Blu-ray.
Christopher Lloyd.
I do. Great Scott.
He was
We all do.
fantastic in this movie.
Everybody
Right?
was fantastic in this movie.
But pretty specifically, Christopher Lloyd
Oh yeah.
was a trick or treat in this movie.
Absolutely. So the box itself is wicked purple all the way around with gold lettering, and it says on the picture you got a spooky haunted house with a full moon behind it and a bunch of zombies and there's gravestones, and a big face of zombie Christopher Lloyd on the cover, and it says, When Good Ghouls Go Bad, story by R.L. Stein.
Ooh,
Dun, dun,
that right there
dun.
should sell you.
Oh yeah, that alone. No, I
Right?
didn't even know that until we started watching the movie and it said R.L. Stein on it.
I feel like that happens every time we watch this movie.
Yes, yeah. We keep forgetting that it's R.L. Stein.
You just don't pay attention
Yeah.
to that little bit of text on the bottom of the box.
I really don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or I mean, it says it like in the opening credits too, and I never think about it.
Yeah.
So
the one deceiving thing I'll say, actually no, I'll let you read the back of the box, and then once we start talking about the movie, I'll.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I've actually never read the back of the box. On the back, you have a cover of a screaming kid, and then you have another picture of the same screaming kid with an electric a screwdriver on dead Christopher Lloyd, and then there's another picture of Christopher Lloyd standing next to a jack-o'-lantern. So it says, a howling Halloween adventure for the whole family. 12-year-old Danny Walker is shocked to learn that the small Minnesota town he just moved to can't celebrate Halloween because of a local curse. With the help of his recently deceased but still kicking Uncle Fred, Danny must battle an army of prankster ghouls rising from the ground to break the curse once and for all and bring back the magic of Halloween. Color 2001, approximately 95 God, I can't talk today. Approximately 93 minutes, and it's PG for mild horror action.
Available at grocery stores near you.
That's right. And there's a little sticker at the bottom of this that says, Kids First, endorsed by the Coalition for Quality Children's Media. So you can definitely watch this
wherever the
with
fuck
kids, I
they
guess.
are.
You can watch this on Fox Family.
Yeah, I think, right? Wasn't this this was
Yeah, it was a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah.
For Fox Family.
Yep.
Not the Family Channel or ABC Family.
Way back. When it
Or
was Fox
Fathom
Family.
or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it's called now. Freeform. It was Fox Family, and that's how we liked it.
That's right. I still have a lot of stuff recorded off TV that went on to the official VHS Bandits Halloween mixtapes that were
From
recorded
Fox
off
Family?
TV from Fox Family as well.
Like
From the
Big
13
Wolf on Campus.
No, I don't have any Big Wolf on Campus.
So, just kind of jumping into that, the first thing that we
On Big
saw
Wolf
was an
on Campus.
advertisement for the 13
Days of Halloween
on Fox Family.
yeah.
It was nice to see that. I loved that show, Big Wolf on Campus.
I've never seen it.
It was pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll have to try to see if I can find
liked
some
it.
online.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Halloween mixtape, real quick, I just want to mention that coming soon, if it's not out already, it will be out very soon, from VHS Bandits home video, hosted by Super Dracula,
Super Dracula!
is the VHS version of Dark Roast with special bonus short film Root of All Evil from Alex DiVincenzo, who we had on our
Summer Camp
episode
Nightmare.
from Summer Camp Nightmare.
That's right.
So we have a new Halloween VHS tape for purchase from the VHS Bandits. It's Dark Roast, the movie that we're all in. You can see Dane Train, Kevbot, and myself in some Halloween shenanigans.
You
And
only kind of see me.
You
see
well,
my chest
you're
hair.
you're an Easter egg. That's an extra bonus.
egg.
If you can find Kevin, maybe we'll do some giveaway. If you can spot Kevbot in the movie, then
free ounce
we'll
of
give you a
Big
prize. But you can check it out all over our Instagram at VHS Bandits. But you can buy it at brokehorrorfan.com. So go to brokehorrorfan.com and purchase Dark Roast for sale, hosted by none other than
Super Dracula.
Super Dracula,
The deadliest
Dracula of them all.
I need Kev. We need to do something where you are like mediocre Dracula, like the most.
Super Dracula.
No, why not?
I'm
Why can't he
regular
be
Dracula, the
ultimate
most
Dracula?
Super duper Dracula.
Yeah.
the most deadliest Dracula
Or-
of Evenmore.
Or Surly Dracula.
Shirley?
Shirley? You want us
You
to call
want
you
Shirley?
Shirley? Okay.
Lactose intolerant Dracula.
The gaseous Dracula after a glass of milk.
So, also real quick, Bandit fans out there, you guys remember last year when we released on tape the 2 volumes of the VHS Bandits Halloween mixtapes? Well,
Do
they're
I
also
ever.
back, except this time they will now for the first time be available to everyone with an internet connection and a web browser from the interwebs. That's right, now available on the World Wide Web only from October 1st to October 31st, 2018. Can you guys go to our Instagram page and go to the bio, and you will find the link to where you can find both videos in full of the VHS Bandits Halloween mixtapes for everybody's viewing spooky pleasure this Halloween season.
Also, real quick. No, I don't have anything.
Oh, jeez.
No, I got a kid. I don't do anything.
No cheap plugs.
No cheap plugs.
From Surly Dracula.
Cheap plugs.
Actually,
Diapers
I'll
on
do a
sale.
couple quick cheap plugs. A couple weekends ago, I was in Maine, and cheap plug for Coast City Comics. Met one of the guys at the register there, and I was wearing of course, sporting my VHS Bandits T-shirt, hoping that one person might recognize us, and they did. And it was great. It was the guy at Coast City Comics. I didn't get his name. I guess they have a horror podcast.
He and Matt Awkward VHS Fiend, who's also a big collector on the Instagram, who I've done some trades with.
Yeah.
They do a wicked cool podcast called the Fun Monster Box Podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
Fun Monster Box.
It's really fun. It's really good.
Real monster.
I love it. I think it's a lot of fun.
Cheap plugs for them.
There's
Check
another
them out.
there's another quick cheap plug that I want to do that I know I wanted to talk about for quite a while. And I keep forgetting it, but I was recently up in Wolfboro, New Hampshire, and there is a little store down there called Your Movie Warehouse, and they sell. It's just a little teeny little store that just sells movies, and like 90% of their inventory is VHS. And it was just like going into a video store, and I bought a whole bunch of tapes, and it was awesome. So if you're in the Wolfboro, New Hampshire area, please go check out Your Movie Warehouse.
All right, that's it for cheap plugs. We got to start talking
Cool,
about
yeah,
this
that was a
movie.
lot of cheap plugs.
We gotta get to the movie.
Yeah. Or we don't have to talk about the movie. We could just catch up. Have
Yeah.
good catch up, guys.
Catch up, rubber buns and liquor.
Yeah, that sounds great. We saw a lot of rubber buns in Chris's video.
Oh yeah, serious rubber buns.
What?
He was giving us some pressed ham on the Skype.
Oh.
Gross.
Yeah, we're trying to
I was
watch
like,
the
what
movie,
movie did
and
you
over
watch
Skype,
of mine
we
where
kept
my
seeing these
butt is-
sweet cheeks.
Hey.
That's why
I had to celebrate Kevin's return.
That's why he's in Hollywood to sell his sweet cheeks.
That's right.
That's right. That's the moneymaker out
That's
here.
right.
It is, yeah. In
Shaking
fact,
the
that's
cheeks.
that's his nickname. His
Sweet
butt's
cheeks.
nickname is the
Topher
Moneymaker.
Sweet Cheeks Hansen. It's on my resume. The sweetest cheeks.
That's right. You go look at his demo reel. It's nothing but him shaking his tush.
I have a strictly just cheeks demo reel. I have a comedy reel, a drama reel, and a cheeks reel.
Hey, show me the cheeks. You want to be
And a
famous,
commercial
don't ya?
reel upon request.
See it. We need to see the cheeks.
All right. And unclinch in a dramatic fashion.
Now wink.
Okay, so I got to say my one gripe about
Oh,
the
yeah.
box,
Back to the box.
and then going into the movie is quick spoiler as we're jumping into the movie. I thought Christopher Lloyd was dead the whole movie, but he's not. He's very
Right.
alive in the beginning.
Yes. Yeah.
He gets murdered
Yeah.
by himself.
So yeah, why don't we get into the movie here? So
into the movie.
it takes place in what was it called? Lower Falls.
No, Walker Falls.
Walker Falls.
Walker Falls.
'Cause
And they are the
Minnesota
Walker
is
family.
Walker, Texas Rangers.
It reminds me so much of Shrewsbury.
It
Because
looks-
like the
Yeah.
So there's like Christopher Lloyd's character owns a candy factory, or he did, in Walker Falls. And in Shrewsbury, there's the Hebert Candy Mansion.
Yeah,
and Shrewsbury was once called Hebert Falls.
Yes. Uncanny resemblance.
Yeah.
Don't look that up.
Christopher Lloyd was here probably at one point, maybe.
What, at Hebert's?
Yes.
Sure.
In
There-
Shrewsbury,
And
Massachusetts.
at the Transbuda, there was a giant pile of pumpkins that murdered people.
That's right. Now there's just
Again,
homeless
don't
people
look that up.
Murder people. I drive by there every once in a while, and there's one door that I always like looks like it's slightly open, but kind of looks like it's also been kicked in. And part of me wants to go and investigate just to see what's
Oh no, you'll never come back, Kevbot.
yeah. But I know that I would get shanked.
Yeah, I
Or-
wouldn't go
love-
down there.
or get
How-
hepatitis in there just from probably used needles.
How Shrewsbury is right next to Worcester, and Worcester's hotels are actually very nice, and Shrewsbury's hotels and motels are the shittiest fucking thing.
Worcester City Motel.
And they're a dump. All
City
the Worcester
Motel.
City Motel,
I'll
the
even hear why.
Rainbow Motel, and then the Transbuda abandoned motel, whatever the fuck that thing is.
And then the Days Inn that's like next to Christmas Tree Shop. That's just
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. I forgot about that one.
And to think
Anyway.
that it was ranked one of the top 14 towns to live in the United States at one time.
Yeah,
Oh,
not if you're near one of those motels.
Massachusetts
Yeah.
has some very. I mean, Shrewsbury has some very nice areas, but
Oh, yeah.
those things are not close to them.
No. Yeah, so we're over here in Walker Falls,
Quaint little town.
and so
That's something a
Population
townie
100.
would say, by the way, Dane.
hey, what is this towny business you keep dropping me?
I'm just pulling your leg.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, Mr. Hollywood Big Shot Sweet Cheeks over here.
Yeah. You're a Los Angeles townie now over there, Mr. Hollywood.
That's
Put your butt
okay.
out on the town.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I gotta sell these sweet cheeks, baby.
That's right. Sell those cheeks for you. If you don't sell those cheeks, you gotta come back and be a townie with me.
I gotta
Truthfully.
go to the Rainbow Motel and try and sell them there.
Oh yeah. Oh, you'll sell them all right.
That's right. $5 an hour.
Oh no!
So,
Why are you setting my price?
So this movie takes place in a little suburban town in Minnesota, and see the lead character. Oh, all right. So the lead character is this kid named Danny. Okay. Do you know what 95% of this movie is? You want you guys
Him
want me-
going, "Ah!"
Yeah. You want me to reenact this movie? That's
My
Danny
grandpa's
going.
a zombie!
"Ah!"
My grandpa's
'cause
a
he's fucking
zombie!
scared of
There's
everything.
other people who are zombies! Ah! His hand
Christopher
fell
Lloyd
off
going,
3 times!
It's your
Ah!
father, Danny. It's your father, Danny.
Ah! That's him. The whole. It's like, you guys remember when we watched I Come in Peace?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
we were like, the whole movie is the bad guy alien just going, oh, the whole movie.
Yeah,
This movie
yeah.
is a little like 16-year-old kid going, ah!
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's the whole movie.
And the other half of this movie is the football coach going,
yeah, the hands down the best part of the movie.
And his son being just an absolute, just diabolical supervillain.
Oh,
He
yeah,
is a
he's
psychopath.
Grade A asshole.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna hold this town ransom with this statue.
makes no sense. So the whole point is that in this little town, it kind of like in Footloose, but instead of dancing, it's Halloween, where Halloween has been abolished, and you can't even say the H word. All right,
don't do it.
The HA double hockey sticks OWEEN word.
They can't even have pumpkins. Someone said, I haven't even had pumpkin pie in 20 years.
Oh yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, what about Thanksgiving? You can have pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving,
I
no?
know.
Why not?
Pumpkins is pretty general fall, I guess.
Is it like the
Yeah.
only gourd that they can't get
Maybe.
in town?
They all get
Yeah,
smashed.
Why doesn't anybody go outside the town to any of the surrounding towns to celebrate
They can
Halloween?
have squash pie.
Yeah, some squash,
Instead.
some
summer squash, some spaghetti squash,
Butternut squash.
butternut squash. What's another bird? Anywho,
The sport squash.
But what's the kid's name? It's not Danny Trejo.
no, it's
but
Danny Walker. Danny Trejo.
No. The curse.
What if he was the kid in this movie? He'd be like,
It's
instead of
Danko,
going, ah,
Danko.
he would have gone,
I just want to celebrate some fucking Halloween.
So what are you asking?
Danko. Freddie Danko. What's the Curtis Danko?
Curtis Danko.
Curtis Danko.
He's the kid that supposedly cursed the town.
Yeah. So there's back in 1980 or 1981,
Edward
kid.
Scissorhands.
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands was burned alive with his big sculpture that he made in a kiln in the high school.
All the 8th graders were doing a contest to build a statue of their hero to put in the town square. But according to football coach asshole, as a child, the not Danny Trejo, but what's his name?
Danny Walker?
No, the
Curtis
other
Danko.
Edward Scissorhands. Curtis Danko. Thank you. Curtis Danko's statue was so hideous. Only the devil himself could have inspired it. And he found him in the kiln the next day. And Danny Trejo / Edward Scissorhands was burnt to a crisp. And his statue blinded
Curtis
him.
Danko was just your stereotypical 80s goth.
Yeah.
He's
like
were
the girl in
friends
Breakfast-
with that kid in
Breakfast
high
Club.
school.
Yeah, like Ali Sheedy.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. He was just a little different. Didn't want to play football.
He didn't even have a speaking role.
That's
He didn't say a
basically
peep.
all they said about him.
He probably listened to Duran Duran for all you know.
Most likely. He was very, very
Probably.
much into The Cure.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
So
For sure.
So
And he wrote a curse in his ashes that said, if you ever have another Halloween, don't do it, please, because I'll kill you guys or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was.
He
very
just said,
polite
don't
and
do
very
it.
Dark.
Yeah. So to avoid any curse coming to kill anybody, there's no Halloween, and it's so bad that if you put up any Halloween decorations, the town sheriff will drive around and he will rip it off of your private property and confiscate it.
This is a very, very superstitious town.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All based
Minnesota's
off
got a
one
lot
innocent
of
day.
spooky myths.
Yeah.
It looked
Wait till
very
they hear
good.
about Bigfoot.
I want to go to this town. It reminded me of Salem or Shrewsbury, or I feel like Grafton is a very Halloweeny town.
Yeah. A very Massachusetts-y Halloweeny suburban town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It brings me back, and I'm stuck in Los Angeles. Everything
fuck
is
Los
sunny.
Angeles.
I don't know what. Whoa, dude,
beautiful
chill out.
weather every day.
Beautiful Los Angeles.
The thing is, the weather is beautiful, but I don't know what season it is, so it doesn't look like Halloween.
Yeah.
You know?
The leaves
It's
are
a
just
bummer.
the leaves are just starting to change over here right now. It's great.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I have palm
beautiful.
trees.
You should see it, but you can't.
Shut up, Kevbot! Just shut up, man!
So basically, Danny's dad is trying to revive the chocolate factory,
Hebert's Candy Mansion.
Hebert's Candy Mansion that was in the town that has been since shut down, and there's
Since
literally
the curse.
no other industry in this town or any surrounding towns or anything like
And
that.
it's
So
been
everybody
gone.
in town is unemployed.
Because you can only ever make chocolate for Halloween. You can't make it for Easter. You can't make it for Valentine's Day. Nothing. Just Halloween.
That's it.
Well,
At least in
I
this
think
town.
the stigma of the I think it was the Cankles that pretty much forced the that's the guy's name, by the way, is Cankle, the
That guy.
evil football coach.
Football
Who's
coach who
great.
has a-
He reminds
has
me of
2 sons.
Yes, who is exactly like him.
Well, one son is, and then the other one is just
football,
like a henchman.
I think that's his friend. I don't
Right.
think that's his son.
Yeah, I think it's his friend. He's kind of dopey.
He just hangs
He's
out.
no Cankle, I'll tell you that. He's no Cankle.
Yeah.
But Mrs. Cankle was very protective of him in the final scene.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever.
But
but
the kid's a super villain, and he has a dumb henchman. Kind of like what are the characters? The Looney Tune characters, where it's like the mob boss and his goon.
Oh, I don't know the names.
Oh, I don't know.
It's exactly like that.
I'll take your word for it. But Coach Cankle reminds me of Patrick Warburton. If Patrick Warburton had a baby with Rob Riggle.
I don't know who either of those two people are.
Yes, you
Putty
do.
from
Yes, you
Seinfeld
do.
And
Who?
Putty
Putty?
from Seinfeld. We're gonna buy you a car. High five.
Oh, yeah.
AKA
Sure.
the Tick.
Yeah. Who's the other guy?
the Tick.
And then, let's see. What would you know him from?
Well, it's okay, but
Yeah.
Either way, he's a total
Shark
spaz.
Week with Shaq. He was on that.
He was in 21 Jump Street.
But
Nah.
the movie.
anyway,
Doesn't matter.
that's just a side note. I lost what we were talking about. Where
We're
are
talking
we?
about when good ghouls go bad.
The football.
Oh
coach.
yeah. But so I guess yeah, like you said, Kev, but I like the first time watching this, even when the movie makes it seem, or the advertising or the box or whatever makes it seem like Christopher Lloyd is dead the entire time, but he's not. Even so, like even when he first came in, he comes in like the bullies are teasing Danny, and they try to get him to open the crypt of Curtis Danko. But then he runs away like a little bitch, and he runs home. And then Christopher Lloyd is all decked out in like a full-on fucked up Viking berserker costume and scares the bullies away. And I thought he was a ghost at that point, just because I thought that's what happened. But no, he's still alive.
He's still alive, and he is crazy cool. He's crazy, but he's cool.
He's like
So
one of those like
cool.
hip grandparents,
Plays Nintendo and
Yeah.
skateboards and loves Hot Wheels tracks.
He's like Estelle on Family Matters, like the rock and roll grandma.
Yeah.
And so he's alive, but it's weird because the candy factory shut down.
Probably
but
he's living off
Danny,
his candy money.
Yeah, he's just retired, I think.
his candy mansion money, yeah. But Danny and his father just moved to the town, so they're new in town.
Just moved
but
back.
where the fuck were they before?
They
and
must,
why are they?
They were in the big city.
Yeah.
They were.
Were
in,
they?
Worcester, Minnesota, next door.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. There's a booming medical industry there now.
Yeah. And Danny's father is trying to get investors for the chocolate factory, and he's currently wooing the Germans to invest in the chocolate factory so the town can not be 100% unemployed or something.
Yeah, this town must be in Rhode Island, not Minnesota. Topical unemployment jokes. Everyone's favorite.
Even though Christopher Lloyd's character is the grandfather, everyone calls him Uncle Fred or Uncle Frank or
Uncle
something.
Fred, yeah.
Uncle
Fred, yeah.
So he's just known as Uncle Fred. Uncle Fred Walker.
And he also saved an orphanage.
Oh yeah, he saved a lot of people.
Except for the Cankles, those motherfuckers.
But never for sports. I wonder if that'll come
So-
up later.
So, the dad, like, there's a town meeting, and also Cankle is running for mayor against the current mayor. So there's that subplot going on.
You were
so
saying
there's all
you
these
really
Cankle
wanted a
for
shirt
mayor
that said
t-shirts
Cankle
and stuff.
for mayor.
Yeah.
Yes,
Vote
it's
for
just
Cankle.
it's him. The Cankle for mayor t-shirt he's such an Al Bundy. It's him
dude.
and like
Absolutely.
in like his high school football
Glory
costume or whatever, and it says Cankle for mayor, and it's just this dude playing football.
like you go into Cankle's house and it's all filled with like high school football memorabilia from like the heyday. and like his father, who was a big football star in town, all of his stuff's all like he has like his own little like bust with a football helmet on
well,
it.
that's the statue that he made in 8th grade.
Yeah. So
and it is not good.
The statue for the town.
Good.
Yeah.
So the father goes to this town meeting and he's pitching them on opening up the candy factory again. He's like, we need to get this candy factory open so you people aren't unemployed forever. But to do that, we need to impress the Germans with a Halloween spooktacular. And the town, especially Cankle, freaks out because they can't have a Halloween or else they're all gonna die, according to the legend of Curtis Danko.
Crazy.
That's right. And then someone says the H word.
The H word. Don't say it again, you dummy.
So
that's when all the chaos ensues.
Now at this time, something very supernatural is going on. Where throughout the town, at a blink of an eye, areas, patches of town throughout the suburban neighborhoods are getting decked out with Halloween decorations. And nobody knows who's doing it. It's just happening.
They think it's Uncle Fred.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or the father, but they think they're putting it up.
Right.
But then
we forgot to mention that the little Kinkle.
Little Cankle.
Little
Cankle Jr.
Yeah.
Little Cankles.
Stole the statue that
Curtis Danko. Danko,
made.
Cankle. Man, this
I know.
He didn't steal it yet. He has the key to the crypt.
Yeah.
And that really helped set the curse about the town.
Yeah, I think that could have been what set it off, right?
Yeah. And
so he stole it in the beginning of the movie? I thought he stole it after.
He stole it pretty close to the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, pretty close.
Oh, that
and
makes
sense.
sense.
He was like, what would you pay to see this thing? And his little henchman buddy's like, nothing. He's like, how much would you pay to not see this? Like,
So he's gonna
I'm
hold
gonna rule the town.
Yeah, right? Like, what is he turned into a little terrorist here?
Yeah, pretty much.
He is a terrorist.
Man.
He's a socioeconomic terrorist of Minnesota.
So
Minnesotans, no offense to any listeners, but it seems like in this particular area are persuaded pretty easily by fear.
It's like
when as depicted in a children's movie. If I know anything about Minnesota, is that they're gullible fuckheads who only want to play football and not eat candy.
There goes all of our Minnesota listeners.
Go Vikings.
Go Vikings.
So basically nobody in the town is supporting this idea, but the Germans are still going to be coming into town in like a couple of days. While
they don't know about the curse.
So while more stuff is going on in town, all this supernatural Halloween decorations, they come to find out that there's something going on in the town square. So everybody goes to go check it out, and there's a giant like pyramid of stacked real pumpkins right in the center, like at the town green.
Real or CGI?
Well,
you decide.
Supposed to be real, but wait, are they real or are they beyond belief, fact or fiction?
Our pumpkin tower was actually created by our staff of writers. It is beyond belief.
It was created by this comb and a flashlight.
So all the pumpkins fall down. They smash onto Christopher Lloyd, Uncle Fred,
killing him,
and one smashes onto his head, killing him. So a couple of days after the funeral, he comes back from the grave.
Yep,
but he's not like a bad. He's not a good ghoul gone bad. He's just a dead guy still good.
And he thinks he's still alive. At first, he doesn't. He's like, I'm not dead. I just stopped breathing for a while, but
he just looks a little pale. That's all.
Yeah.
He thinks he's okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that the title, like you said, it's a little misleading because the ghouls are very good.
Oh, yeah.
None of the ghouls are bad.
None of them.
The people are bad. The Cankles are bad.
It should have been called Lousy
Good
Football
Cankles
Coach
Gone
Gone,
Bad.
Worse.
Yeah.
To be fair, he's pretty terrible from the beginning.
Yeah, he's the bad guy here.
Yeah.
Right.
whole
All
through
the
and
ghouls
through.
are good.
None of the ghouls.
But Christopher Lloyd,
Catchy title, though.
When he came back from the dead, looks just pale. And then there's a part where he looks like he's decaying. And then towards the end, it's like, he's looking better.
You think he's looking better?
Yeah.
I thought he looked worse.
Really?
Yeah, I think he looks worse.
Like, there's the part where...
Maybe it's because he got his dead wife
His
back.
limbs
Oh.
reattached. And he's looking real saggy. But then, like, at the end, with the ending, I'm not going to spoil it yet. He's did not look as saggy as
See,
dead.
I disagree because they put like purple like makeup all around his eyes to make him look worse. It's like when you play the Nightmare board game and the gatekeeper just looks worse throughout the movie.
Disintegrates.
But so he decides to have a little bit of fun because Coach Cankle is right outside in his pickup truck promoting his, to vote for him. So Christopher
And
Lloyd
tearing down people's
Cankle
Halloween
is
decorations.
Oh, yeah.
Anti-Walker.
Yeah. So he goes outside and he starts messing around
Oh wait,
with
is that when
Cankle,
they have the
who's-
picket signs and stuff? Remember they show up at
Oh,
the
no,
Walker's
no, that was
house?
right before he got killed.
Oh, okay.
And they said his
And
son,
they-
they were picketing him, and he's like, we do our own landscaping.
Yeah.
And
And there was a sign that says, "Take a walk, Walker."
yeah. So so this is where the best stuff of the movie starts, and it's all because of Coach Cankle. He is hands down the best part of this movie. This movie would not have been as good if it wasn't for him. And he just, I don't know how else to describe this guy. It's like, remember the bad guy, the main bad guy in Toxic Avenger, who he always looks like he was constipated? Kind of like that, but crank it up to 11, where he literally is like sweating. It's like veins are popping out of his head, and everything he does is so hammed up to 1,000,000 degrees. It's the greatest acting performance I've ever seen in my life, hands down.
It is very good. It is. There's overacting, and then there's this guy, and this guy is my hero. If I could ever I wish I had the chance to be in fucking Good Ghouls Gone Bad. Oh my god, I could die happy if I could one day play a Cankle in a sequel to this movie.
Well, someday you just might. You never know.
I hope this guy's still in LA somewhere. I want to meet him. I want to shake your hand, sir. I applaud you.
Look him up.
You'll have to look him up. I don't even know if he's ever made anything else.
I'm sure he has. This guy's he's a
I'm gonna
genius.
hop on the IMDb's
Yeah.
right now.
So Cankle gets so weirded out that he starts to roll up his window just as Christopher Lloyd's hand is in it, and he cuts off the guy's hand.
Christopher Lloyd comes out. He's supposed to be dead, and he's attacking. He's like, "Get the fuck off my lawn, Cankle!"
Yeah. So he cuts off his hand, which like they're all like tossing between everybody. And they drive home screaming. And then like a scene later, they finally get to their house and they're still screaming, which means they must have been screaming nonstop for like 10 or 15 minutes driving to the house.
That's what this movie is. Everyone screams all the time.
This is the movie.
That's how...
Good Ghouls Gone Bad. That's it.
And but so they have to get they're going at Cankle's house. They're having a silent auction / clown party for some reason.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
And we didn't mention Dana, not you, not Dane Train, Dana, the girl, the love interest for Danny, who she wants Halloween back too because the kids of Walker Falls need Halloween. So she
What kid doesn't want Halloween?
wired up an abandoned building and plans to have a Halloween party.
No, it's
but her
what's his face's old house.
It was
Curtis
Danko?
Danko?
Curtis Danko's house.
Curtis Danko.
Ah,
I gotta keep the IMDb up because I can't keep all these names straight.
Yeah, so this was Curtis Danko's abandoned old house, And
Yeah.
regardless of how structural sound it may be, she strings it up with a million lights in this net, to which her mother gets crazy pissed when she finds out that there's an electrical cord going from their house all the way to Danko's house and like racking up a 3-digit electrical bill.
She must have blown a breaker at some point.
Oh, I'd imagine so. She had to get an electrician in there to figure all that stuff out.
Yeah. And so the mother catches Danny and Dana at the Danko house, and she's like, for your punishment, you can either pay this bill or come to the Kankle house for this silent auction for some reason, even though I hate him and he's an asshole.
She was like, I'll pay the bill.
Yeah.
Jeez. So they go to Kankle's house, and the second favorite person in this movie is Cheesy the Clown.
Cheesy the Clown.
Which he's this goofy, trashy clown that like smokes stogies and shows up.
He's drunk.
So
beer cans fall out of his car when he opens the door.
So all the kids at the party are like, Cheesy, we want Cheesy. So Christopher Lloyd puts on the Cheesy the Clown costume, and he looks fucking terrifying. And he goes,
oh my god, yeah, he is scary. He looks like Sideshow Bob on crack or something.
When they made like you're saying, if they made the remake of It, like that should have been it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they did a good job, but if they went with this, it might have even been scarier.
Oh, absolutely. So the whole point is that he's going into the house because he's trying to find his hand, which is now walking around just like the hand did in the Addams Family.
Yeah, Thing.
So this hand is walking around with two lightning bugs. As like eyeballs.
Lightning bugs are all around this town. Magic lightning bugs. And that's how Curtis Danko built his statue, only with the light of moonlight and lightning bugs to guide his way.
That's right. Because as you're going to find out, there's something very special about lightning bugs.
I was just going to say, they're magic.
Magical lightning bugs.
Magic lightning bugs.
Spoiler alert, it's magic.
All lightning bugs have magic.
I think it means all
I don't
of
know.
them do.
Smush them up on your face and find out.
I might have to. Then I'll have
I think
magic.
you should. Yeah, then you can resurrect from the dead.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So they're at the they're at this party, and Christopher Lloyd is Cheesy the Clown, and he's trying to entertain the kids and trying to get them to find his hand. And nobody's bidding on any of the silent auction items because nobody can pay for it. Nobody's got no work.
Nobody's got.
Oh yeah, everyone's unemployed.
So the guy's like, we can't buy anything because we're all unemployed. So Kenko goes, hey, this is supposed to be a silent auction. So what happens is his hand runs away, and Christopher Lloyd in the Cheesy the Clown outfit accidentally falls into like a big like traveling case that you use for like PA equipment, and the door closes, and his hands and arms get chopped off.
And then the kids, Danny and Dana, take his corpse in this clown case and run it all the way back to Danny's house. And it's so
they put his feet on, his legs backwards.
They screw him on with a screw gun.
Yeah,
with a power drill.
Then his hand shows up, and at the same time, zombies are attacking the town.
Oh yeah, out of nowhere, zombies.
Oh yeah,
just random generic zombies just pop out of the grave and start attacking people.
I think the zombies look really good in this movie.
It's true, they do look really good.
They did.
They remind me so much of the zombies
Spooky
in
Potty.
the old. Remember the old commercial for Peanut Butter Captain Crunch?
Yes,
where like
peanut butter.
Yeah. Like zombies come out of the grave, and Captain Crunch shows up in like a van, and a van goes wow as it comes over the hill. And do you remember that, Kev?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, I'll have to find it for you.
Come on.
So like all the zombies
Peanut
are sitting down with
butter.
the kid eating eating a peanut butter Captain Crunch. And Captain Crunch is like, it's so good, it's terrifying. And they start laughing. And one of them like pats the back of one of the other ones, and like dust and shit comes off. But yeah, it's a great commercial. But those zombies remind me of the zombies in this movie.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So,
wow.
So everybody in town goes to town hall to figure out what the fuck to do because they know that there's zombies outside trying to bust in, and they're like, the only way to get the zombies to stop is so that way, instead of waiting till November for the election season, we need to elect right now that we can't give a business permit to the chocolate company, and that will make all the zombies go away. That's it.
Yeah.
These
fucking
zombies
cankle.
are purely
democratic,
anti-chocolatier.
business-oriented faux pas.
Yeah.
so
these zombies are big fans of red tape and chocolate factory regulation.
Listen, if we make this chocolate factory more active, it's just going to attract more zombies. What can I say? I mean,
zombies
we've
love
had lots
chocolate.
of time where this factory hasn't been operating. No zombies. Coincidence? I don't think so.
That you should be Kankle's PR man.
I should.
I thought
too bad.
Doing CNN in the morning for Mayor Kankle.
So I thought it was really funny when like a bunch of zombies are trying to bust down the door, and Christopher Lloyd is like, "Kids, go to town hall, and I'll take care of this." So he like opens the door and tries to act like a regular zombie. He's like, "Bleh, I'm gonna eat their brains," and the zombies are like, "Nice try."
Nice try, Fred.
Yeah,
we got plans for you.
Yeah, they just talk like normal people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When they open, so when they're screwing on like his limbs and stuff back to him in their house, some random dude comes in the house and he's like, "Run for your lives!" And they're like, "From what?"
Who's that guy?
And then like all these zombies come in and they go, "Who are you?" And they go, "We're zombies." Ah! And then they chase this guy.
The zombies really weren't as terrifying as they initially seemed to be.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, they're very. I don't know why they were chasing that guy though. Maybe it was just fun for them. I don't know.
Well, it's funny too. So
they
like,
didn't eat anyone.
At one point,
If you've been in the grave that long, you need a little bit of fun.
I guess so.
Yeah, you gotta stretch out.
So at the same time, at the town airport, the Germans have just showed up at the airport. They just landed from Europe, and they come down to Minnesota on like a 12-hour flight, and
No layovers.
no layovers. Danny's dad's secretary took his Beamer and ran down there to go pick them up from the airport. So she's got like this big, kooky, oversized pumpkin jack-o'-lantern costume on. And she's like driving 100 miles an hour down this like back road. And she's like, "Oh, we want to make it feel like home. It's like you guys driving real fast on your Autobahn." and she's playing like German, Austrian, like opera music in the car radio.
She's playing Wagner.
Right.
And at the same time, all these zombies start attacking the car, and like there's like a plastic skeleton just like duct taped to the hood of the car, and they're all going, "Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat," the whole time. And
the Germans think this is part of the spooktacular.
Oh yeah, they think it's an act.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So Coach Kankle is like, "I'm gonna do something about it," and he
Coach
like,
Bobcat Gold Kankle.
"Hey, I got all the zombies." So I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna eat my brains. So.
Oh my God.
So Kankle busts through the door as if he's gonna ram him down, but he doesn't, and he just lets all of them in to start like eating all the people, and
just runs away.
And another funny part
What
is
a good mayor.
the sheriff just goes up to a copy machine. He goes, "I want my family to know what I looked like at my last minutes of my life." So he puts his head down on the copy machine. He goes, ah! He starts screaming at the things, copying his face. And
that's what everyone looks like in this movie. Ah!
Except for Christopher Lloyd.
Yes, he's the only one who doesn't go,
that doesn't scream.
So
we forgot to talk about how, what is it? Dana and Danny's folks are romantically interested.
I think they used to be like a thing in high school, and then they moved separate ways, and now they're both back in town. He's back in town.
They're
She's
both
a town
single
nurse.
parents, and their kids are into each other.
Yeah, which makes it weird.
Yeah, it does. It's weird when
Hey, whoever gets
lots of
there
movies do
first,
that.
whoever seals the deal first gets the
Yeah.
keepers.
True, I guess.
Like I was just watching some Boy Meets World where Corey was living with Mr. Turner, and Mr. Turner was starting to date this girl, and the girl's daughter was Alex Mack from Secret World of Alex Mack, and they were dating, and they were like, "Oh
yeah.
my God, we're
You
gonna
mean
be
Sean.
cousins." I'm sorry, who did I say? Corey.
Corey.
Yeah, I meant Sean.
Sean, yeah.
Sean, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sean would date his cousin anyway. He has no problem
he's from
with that. He
he's
lives
from
in a
the
trailer.
Trailer park. Yeah.
Yeah. No offense to anyone who lives in a trailer.
Yeah, no offense. But Sean has a weird like mafia family or something like that.
Does,
He's
yeah.
always talking about his family.
You don't ever go.
Isn't
into
his
the trailer
dad
park
Mankind
asking
or
for
something?
anyone or with cameras.
No. You're talking
Why
about...
was Mankind on the show?
No, Mankind wasn't on the show. Vader was on the show, and he played one of the bad guys. He played one of the bad guys' dads.
No. They were both on the show.
What? Mankind?
Yeah, Mankind was on the show.
When, we'll call it the college years.
Okay, see, I haven't gotten that. My wife and I have
was
been
it?
watching
I thought
like 1 to
I
2
thought it was
episodes
high
every
school.
night.
No.
I'm only up to season 3 right now.
Right. Vader is Frankie's dad.
Yeah, Frankie.
So he makes
Frankie
an
the
appearance-
Enforcer.
Yep. Makes an appearance a few episodes.
Yeah.
And that's why they had to do the classic be in two. Corey and Sean had to be in 2 events at the same time because Frankie was connecting with his dad,
right?
Who had a rematch against Jake the Snake Roberts. For the world title. And Corey had to be at Topanga's Sweet 16. But later, there was just one episode.
Wow, you
where
know a
Mankind
lot
showed
about
up.
Boy Meets World.
Oh yeah, I've watched it
I haven't gotten that far
a
yet.
long time, many times. When Jack and Eric are roommates with Rachel.
Okay.
So they're in college and they are trying to decide who is going to get the apartment, and then Mankind just busts in.
Oh, okay.
Vader had more of a more screen time.
Yeah.
But Mankind was on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't. I don't remember
I
that.
thought
episode.
there was a wrestling match with Mankind in high school. But anyway, we're not talking about Boy Meets World.
No, that was Vader.
Wrestling
that was Vader.
matchups.
Yeah. And it was a
okay.
wrestling. Yeah, you're right. It was a wrestling match.
Yep, exactly. Because I could talk about Boy Meets World.
Oh
all
yeah,
day.
yeah. You know, we're gonna have to talk later.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Too bad there's no Boy Meets World movie.
Hey, we should do me and you, Kev. We should do a Boy Meets World podcast where every episode we talk about an episode.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. We'll get on that.
Man,
All right,
perfect.
cool.
Yeah, I'll just be here, guys. Thanks.
You're
I
welcome.
can hear you, you know.
Oh, you'll be off in L.A.
I know.
Pressing your
Not-
sweet cheeks.
I can still
Not
watch Boy
knowing
Meets
what
World.
season it is.
Anyway,
So
I've been kicked off the
been
show.
going
You
on.
heard it first, guys. Kicked off the show. Live
Coming
on the
soon.
VHS Bandits.
VHS Bandits podcast presents Boy Meets World
Boy
podcast.
Meets World minus Topher.
Oh,
Sorry.
Boy
You know what's
Meets
gonna
Bandits.
be? It's gonna be that little cartoon of T-Man and the big globe comes up to him and he goes
And it
bleh,
rolls
it
right
squishes
over
him just like at the beginning of UHF.
Oh man,
just him flat.
now I'm getting murdered.
So
Anyway,
Just like Christopher Lloyd did with those pumpkins.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So back to Good Ghouls Gone Bad. Good Ghouls Go Bad.
Yeah.
When Good Ghouls Go Bad. So, what's going on is the zombies are attacking, and they're over at Town Hall, and everybody decides to go back to Curtis Danko's house where the kids are having their big Halloween bash.
That's right.
Right? And so the zombies start taking over there.
Having 7 minutes in the graveyard.
7 minutes in Heaven
oh.
Graveyard.
We have to mention. So, little Cankle.
Little Cankle.
when they're
I think
setting
that's
up
just
the
an
Halloween
ankle.
decorations, he shows up at the house with Danny and Dana, and he's like, "Listen, fuckface, I'm gonna beat you up if you don't let me take the upstairs room of your Halloween party." And she's like, "That's where the dancing goes." And he goes, "I have something better to put up there." So he's gonna put he brought the statue to that house
Yeah.
to extort money from an unemployed town.
That's right.
So the statue is there.
Which pays
Yeah,
off
right.
because Danny and Dana have to take the statue back to the crypt.
Right.
That's how they think that they're going to appease the Halloween gods.
Right.
You get the zombies out of here.
Everything. And who shows up at the kids' party but Christian Danko?
Danny
Donnie
Trejo.
Darko.
Donnie Scissorhands.
Christian Baleco. Curtis Danko.
Christian
I had to
Bale.
think about
Curtis
it.
Slater.
Hey, man.
And yeah, he just wants the
I think-
statue back.
Yeah.
And
His
I think-
zombie looks great. I love his zombie.
Oh, yeah, he looks wicked good, wicked creepy.
he does not look like a
Yeah.
burned up skeleton.
No, he
looks-
doesn't.
He looks like he actually
Yeah.
looks like a Tim Burton.
He looks like a mummy.
Yeah,
You know what I
he
mean?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of looks like
a
the
mummy
Corpse
that sucked on
Bride
something
guy.
Really sour.
Yeah.
Right.
And so his eyeballs are the green lightning bugs. And so they go downstairs, and the zombies take the sculpture, which is still wrapped up in like a tarp, and they're about to reveal it to the town. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's gonna like burn our eyes. Our heads are gonna explode. We're all gonna die. Oh my God!" Right? And right before he could take it down, who shows up to the rescue? T-Man.
Tinkle! Ah! He rushes in wearing his full high school football gear, punches Curtis Danko in the face, knocking his head off.
No,
dropping
he
his
throws a
body to the
football at his
ground.
head.
Oh yeah, he throws a football at his head, and then he runs up and charges, and then he stomps on him for about half an hour, and body parts fly up in the air, and then he's like, "I did it! I'm the king of this town! I am the best! I saved you all!" And then his body resurrects and comes back up, and he goes, obviously, "Ah!" And then runs away, hides behind his wife.
This was the first time in the movie that we saw Coach Hankel not wear blue plaid pajama pants. Because he wore
Yes, but he's
pajama
still in
pants.
football
Parachute
attire.
pants.
Yeah, they wore them, they were baggy.
Parachute pajama pants.
You remember back in high school, like everybody, like especially the jocks, were all wearing pajama pants to school?
Yeah, of course.
Maybe because
Yeah.
that was what was cool at the time, and that's what Coach Hankel wanted
In
to do.
2001, yeah,
Or
when
yeah.
this
maybe
movie
if you-
came out.
Maybe if you go into like some mid-range restaurant kitchens, like the chefs wear just those weird pants because they just have to
What?
stand around all day.
Yeah, good point.
I've never been behind the scenes of a mid-range cafeteria kitchen.
Go behind them sometime.
Go behind.
I'll see if I can sneak into a restaurant's
You just have to open the door and go,
kitchen
"Hey, cooks,
sometime.
what kind of pants you wearing?"
What kind of pants are you guys wearing? Just
Hey, you.
curious.
What kind of pants you wearing?
Hey, chefs, what
Tell
kind
me
of
about
pants
these
you wearing?
pants, huh?
So,
And they unleash the horrible sight that is the Harvey Kankel statue of his hero for the town or whatever. That was so horrible that they had to wrap it up and put it in his crypt.
yeah.
And it turns out it's Christopher Lloyd
Yep. Holding a jack-o'-lantern.
holding a jack-o'-lantern. And that Coach Kankel murdered.
He murdered Curtis. The whole
Curtis.
time he fabricated the whole story.
Yeah.
He locked him in the kiln.
It got dark real quick.
Oh, yeah, seriously.
At first you're like, oh man, this is kind of a lighthearted movie. Oh, zombies, this is getting bad. Then they're all friendly, and you're like, okay, not bad. And then it gets real dark.
Oh, yeah.
Locked
Yeah.
him in a kiln,
Yep.
and acts as a joke, air quotes, as a joke. And heavy metal janitor comes in, accidentally presses the button to turn it on. And then they go and check out his corpse the next day and goes, oh, well, I'll just fabricate a curse on the town if they celebrate Halloween because, what's his name?
Curtis Danko.
Curtis Danko.
Danko? Oh,
idolized Christopher Lloyd's character because he gave Curtis like an art grant or something like that. And
he helped him build the kiln.
Yeah, and
Yep.
Coach
Cankle
was like, he never wanted to give money. He gave money for all these
sissy things,
like
but
the
arts.
Never made a football camp like I wanted.
Yeah, I love when he goes like,
Yeah,
he goes, we wanted it to be a place where men can hang out with their boys and they can eat cheese fries and punch each other's arms and talk stats.
Yeah, it was a football theme park with an RV camp where real dads can take their real sons and eat cheese fries and have arm punching contests. But did he ever give money for that? No. And his statue was going to be in the town square instead of my statue of my dad.
Just because
he was jealous.
Yeah, just because that's the one thing him and his dad could share.
Yeah.
Was cheese fries.
And that way,
yeah, his dad's statue was not going to be at the front of town,
right?
At the town green.
Instead of the guy who was employing the whole town,
right?
And,
yeah,
doing things to help pretty much most of the culture in the town.
I mean, the town is already named after them. I'm surprised he doesn't have a statue already.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, well, okay. So funny enough, there was a part in the movie where Coach Cankle Jr. being a dingleberry, he was like, listen, my mom is head of the cheerleaders camp, and my dad is the football coach and the assistant principal, and he's running for mayor, so my parents basically run this town. But then when you actually think about it, because his dad actually destroyed the town's economy, so he totally screwed the town. He's the, you know what I mean?
So he's gonna lose the election.
He's gonna lose the election.
Oh, and then
No shit.
Coach Cankle's dad, zombie dad, comes out and is like, "Boy, you're gonna get a whooping."
Oh yeah, and he like pulls his ear.
Yeah, and then we never see him again. So we assume.
Yeah,
we assume he ate his brains.
Probably.
Yeah.
Either
Hopefully.
that, or he
Cankle
rightfully should be going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Being
He's
a
getting
first-degree
arrested.
murderer.
Yeah.
There's so much, legal negligence on so many people's parts in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Like you believe a 12-year-old kid about the murder of another 12-year-old kid, that there was a curse put on the town? There's no investigation.
Yeah.
So would people just have covered their eyes to cover the statue? I'm a little blurry on that.
Oh, I thought it was funny too when the Curtis Danko's corpse is just
He
about
covered
to.
the statue.
Yeah, what's that?
Cankle covered the statue in the kiln when he was a kid, and it never has been uncovered since.
Yeah. Well,
gotcha.
so Curtis Danko's ghost corpse is about to take the tarp off, and the sheriff puts his sunglasses on to see if that would help.
Everyone's like, I don't know if our eyes will melt out or we'll all
their
just
heads
die.
will explode.
Will it be
turned
like
into a
when they
pillar
open
of
up the ark
salt
at the end of Indiana Jones?
Right. Yeah.
So,
No one.
yeah.
Turns out it was actually a very good statue of Christopher Lloyd.
So-
I hope he has that statue at his house.
Yeah, that was
whatever
a
happened
dope
to that
statue.
thing?
That's a
Yeah.
a prop
cool.
that you just can't leave in a building somewhere.
No.
That is gift material right there.
So one thing that I think we kind of talked upon, but I think we should go a little bit more into was you find out that why the dead are coming back to life, or why everything is happening, is because, outside when you see lightning bugs and they kind of light up at night, that's not because of science. It's magic. And when lightning bugs die, that juice, that magic juice that's inside of them that shines the light, goes into the ground once the lightning bug's body decomposes, and apparently it's waiting underneath the ground for somebody to use its magical powers. So the ghost of Curtis Danko used the magical powers of the lightning bugs to kept just
to
drop
resurrect
he just dropped the
Christopher
tape.
Lloyd and the rest of the zombies.
Yeah. So it's So that's how this works in this movie. That's sort of the mechanics of the ghouls and ghosts.
I thought that was actually clever. I liked that
Yeah,
little bit.
I thought it was pretty
I thought
neat.
that was cool. Yeah.
So at the very end, all the ghouls stopped attacking everybody, and they decide to have a dance.
His grandmother comes back too.
Oh, yeah. So they can be reunited one more time. And it's like when you go to the big grand hall in the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney World, they're all having a big dance. And and that's pretty much the end of the
and then
movie.
at the next day, the Germans. It's the next morning.
Yeah. Right.
So all the ghouls they turn to dust.
Yeah,
basically.
right.
And they go back into being dead. But so then the next day, everyone is conveniently at the in the town square for whatever reason. And then the secretary drives up and drops off the German. So they've been riding around. They haven't slept. They've been on a 12-hour flight, and they have been on a presumably just about 12-hour car ride.
Yeah.
With being attacked by zombies all night. And then they go up to the dad, and they're like, "Oh, Mr." Whoa, that's French. Whatever, I don't know an accent. They double their investment on the condition that they throw an even bigger spooktacular next year.
Yeah,
and everyone's happy.
They were psyched to be attacked by zombies in a 100-mile-an-hour car all night with no pee brakes. So, but then the dad is like, "Listen, I got to take 2 weeks off to spend some time with my kid and go see a rocket launch down at down the Cape or wherever they said it was
Down
gonna
the
be.
Cape. Yeah,
Cape Kennedy.
and, in Yarmouth.
Yeah, Buzzards Bay, you know.
Pirates Cove.
Yeah.
There be a plane taking off from Pirates Cove.
South Yarmouth. So
You want Blackbeard's rockets or Davy Jones's rockets?
You gotta get some.
One is for the kiddies, and one is more difficult.
You gotta get some tickets from playing at the arcade, and we have to have some pizza.
Get some Pirates
After you have
Cove
some cheese
NASA
fries
root
and
beer.
arm punching competitions.
yeah. Cheese fries. So the Germans are like, "What are we gonna do for the next 2 weeks while we're in town?" And they look over at his secretary, and she just gives him like a little wave, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna bang his secretary for 2 weeks straight until we have our meeting about this transaction."
They're gonna straight up run rail on this girl for 2 weeks. My
German
God.
goo girls.
And there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
But hey, they're German. I guess that's
It's normal.
Stereotypes
That's what
would be
Germans
true.
are, right?
That's
Chocolate moguls like to get
chocolate moguls.
They get freaky with secretaries. 2 weeks straight. They're gonna need a lot of chocolate.
They need that's what they need, the lubrication of some melted
Ooh,
chocolate, tempered
oh
chocolate.
My God. Oh no.
by firefly light.
God. So
they're gonna raise something.
So that is when good ghouls go bad.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Nobody says Happy Halloween in the movie. It's Happy Halloween.
Oh, we didn't even touch upon this. Christopher Lloyd narrates most of it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well,
yeah.
Oh
the
yeah,
beginning
yeah,
and the
yeah,
end.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can really tell. I think the narration seems very R.L. Stein-esque.
Oh,
Unless
yeah,
someone
yeah,
else
yeah.
wrote it and he
Because
just did the
I don't know
story.
if you
I don't know
guys
if he
knew
actually
this,
wrote
but
the
R.L. Stein
script,
was attached
but
to this movie.
Yeah, he wrote it, right?
yeah.
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 It says
Story by.
story by. I don't know if he wrote the script, but
He was
maybe.
he's credited as credited. I can speak. But as one of the writers.
yeah, it's
Nice.
well, it says story by, but it says teleplay by 2 other people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. But in any case, this movie is kind of like watching an hour-long 90s Goosebumps episode a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
More
Kinda, sorta.
friendly though. It's like not scary. It's like a funny Goosebumps, but it's very
Yeah,
R.L.
it's-
Stein.
I would say it's still GB7, Goosebumps 7,
Yeah.
because it may be too spooky for kids under 7.
True. Very true.
But yeah, so there you go. So Let's get into some ratings, guys.
Ooh.
So I'll tell you what, Kevbot, why don't you find IMDb? I'll find the Amazon, okay?
So I just got to say one thing. The guy who directed this movie.
Oh, do you have any trivia? No.
The guy who directed this, Patrick Reed Johnson, also directed the Genesis Code. I don't know what that is.
What the fuck is that?
Never seen it.
Angus.
Oh.
Baby's Day Out.
Angus? Whoa, no way, really?
And Space Invaders.
Whoa, no kidding. Cool.
Wait, Spaced Invaders?
Yeah.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
They're
Dude,
hip.
this guy's
another Halloween
did 2
classic.
Halloween-y movies.
Spaced Invaders.
Oh,
Earth
awesome.
Will never be the same.
That's great.
That movie's so fucking good.
Yeah.
He's also a writer, I guess. Oh, he worked on the teleplay for this. What's he produced? What did he...
So, I got the Amazon up here real quick.
All right.
There's only one copy left, folks. Ooh. Now, they want $12.99 plus $4 shipping. I think that's a little high for When Good Ghouls Go Bad.
I think Dane got this at the flea market for...
I think I paid $1.
I was going to say 50 cents.
50
maybe
cents.
It was $1.
Maybe, somewhere around there between that.
Pay 50 cents to $1.
Yeah, I wouldn't...
it's worth more than that.
I would pay maybe up to $5, and that's it, with no shipping.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Here, let's...
It's a good price.
Do the ratings and then I'll look on eBay.
All right, so the Amazon rating, out of 5 stars, what do you think that this got?
Out of 5 stars,
Yeah.
I'm going to say... People bought this. I'm going to say... 3.8.
Okay. All right, 3.8 stars out of 5. How about you, T-Man?
15 stars out of 5.
Oh, you're closer. It's actually 4.5.
Oh.
Out of 110 reviews, 110 people reviewed this movie.
Wow.
And only 3%
Actually, technically,
gave it
I am
1
not
stars.
closer.
Screw those guys.
I was still about 10 stars off.
Well, you know, when you round it and you scale it and all that stuff.
You were the closest.
When you don't take in consideration the actual numbers, I was closer. Yeah.
Most people gave this 5 stars.
Nice.
Which is
good.
great.
Good on them.
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
So IMDb out of 10 stars. What do
Oh,
you
boy.
think this movie got?
On IMDb?
Yeah, 983 people rated this movie.
I'm going to say 9 out of 10.
Okay. T-Man.
I'm going to say 7.5.
T-Man was closest again. It was 6.3 out of 10.
That's not enough.
Oh, I am.
No,
That's
IMDb's
not
garbage. What's wrong with these people?
I don't know.
Who are these people? Yeah, who's rating Good Ghouls Gone Bad and not giving it a good review?
No clue.
Who are you people?
More like
No
good ratings gone bad.
Yeah.
clue. All right, let me just open up.
That must have been Kankle who rated it so low.
Jeez. Ugh, Cankles.
Good.
So, let's see here. If we were to rate this out of 10, what's it going to be? 10 Cheesy the Clowns?
10 football decapitations.
10
10
Kinkles for mayor.
Cankles.
Ooh, Kankles for mayor.
All right, we're going to do that.
Kankles for mayor t-shirts.
All right, how about you, T-Man? You want to start?
Sold items.
Oh, man, yes. So I give this movie 10 out of 10 Kankles for mayor.
10 Cankles!
10 out of 10 Kinkles.
Right. Would
It's
you
so
rewind
good.
it?
I think this is probably, we've watched this movie almost every Halloween
Yeah.
for years now. I've probably seen this movie more than I've seen, I don't know, maybe any other movie. I've seen this movie a lot, and it never gets old. It only gets better. This is a Halloween classic. It's a diamond in the rough. Not enough people have seen this movie, I feel. This is like Halloween Town is kind of like a sleeper hit, like for the Disney Channel.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they'll play that all over every year. But this is right up there with Halloween Town as one of the best TV Halloween movies ever made, especially for the early 2000s. Because let's face it, movies in general were pretty trash in the early 2000s.
Nothing good came out of the early 2000s.
Yeah, like that. Like 2001 is like I remember being in school and like all my bands that I loved, all their albums were like shitty, and I was like, why is everything like I want to like this, but why is everything suck now? And movies were no exception. But this movie, it holds up. It is so good. It is timeless. There's nothing that dates it. Like, I don't know. It's just it's a perfect Halloween family movie. And it has fucking Christopher Lloyd in it. Are you kidding me? And Cankle? God, come on.
How about you there, Kevbot?
I'm gonna give this movie a good solid 8.5 out of
Ooh,
10.
8.5.
Really good. First time watching it. Christopher Lloyd's awesome. I literally, while you guys were talking, sent him a Twitter.
Christopher Lloyd has a Twitter?
He does, yeah.
Come on. He's like 100 years old now.
I sent him one because I have to know. Did he get the statue from this movie?
Oh, shit. Oh, cool, man.
He's not going to answer, but it's out there.
If he
Christopher
does,
Lloyd, email us at
VHSBandits
at gmail.com.
Yeah, because I know you're listening, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah. No, it's
big
fun.
fan of the
good.
show.
I liked it. I'm never really disappointed by R.L. Stein. I don't know if he had anything to do with the
No way.
Goosebumps movie that came out a few years ago.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I think I'm the only person that disagrees.
Could be.
I didn't really care for it
Dude,
too
I
much.
loved it. I can't wait for the next one.
The next, I'm very interested.
I mean,
to see
I'm
that.
definitely going to see the next one, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't crazy about Jack Black's performance, and I don't know. I don't see him as R.L. Stein. He wasn't R.L. Stein at all.
Yeah. That's because R.L. Stein just is very boring.
I know.
Goes,
it's like he's like Ben Stein. Is R.L. Stein and Ben Stein the same guy? I mean, you know what I mean?
But Ben Stein just has, at one point, probably had more money.
Oh yeah,
because he gave it all away.
Oh, he had to win it.
Yeah, he did give it all away.
So, much like you, T-Man, I'm also going to give this a 10 out of 10 Cankles. Yeah! This movie is a ridiculous hidden gem. Complete diamond in the rough. Nobody ever talks about this movie. Nobody's ever heard of it. Nobody knows about it. Probably because it was so late in the VHS game. But if you can find this movie, I don't care if it's on
the
DVD.
Family Channel.
Yeah,
you can find it on DVD. The DVD sales, by the way, they range from like $10 to $40.
Oh fuck, man!
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
worth
lot of
it.
dough.
That is.
It's probably out of print. That's why.
Could be.
But if you can get this movie on tape,
I think it's on
DVD,
Amazon Prime. You can rent it or buy it on Amazon
there you go.
Prime.
Yeah, whatever you do, try to find this movie and please watch it during the Halloween season. I guarantee you will not be disappointed, especially with the performances of Christopher Lloyd and the guy who played Cankle. It's the best. Yeah, same thing. Like I look forward to watching this movie every single Halloween season. It's awesome. I can't say enough good things about it. Complete hidden gem. Please find this movie. Please watch it. It's unbelievable. Please add it to your Halloween viewing routine this time of the season. You know. Add it to everybody's got a stack of all their movies that they watch this time of the year. Everybody watches everybody wants to watch Mr. Boogedy or the Worst Witch and all that kind of stuff. This is a great one to add to that collection of movies.
Do you guys think people watch the Halloween series around this time?
Probably all the time. Oh, as a matter of fact, I just started watching the Halloween movies for the first time. I've never seen any of them.
Oh,
and
wow.
I just started.
What?
I have.
Holy shit.
So I bought.
Especially the third one.
Okay, so here's the deal. So I just. Off topic real quick. So I bought a bunch of movies from a collector like a year and a half ago or so. And one of them, and a bunch of the tapes were almost all the Halloween tapes, except for number 2 and number 4. So I watched number 1. And then I watched number 3, and I love number 3. Number 3 is amazing. And
did you know that Michael Myers wasn't in it?
Oh yeah, no, I was well
like...
aware. I knew a little bit about it. In
okay.
fact, when I was a kid, I remember flipping through the channels on TV, and I saw the ending of number 3 on TV.
Oh,
so I already knew how it
yeah.
ended, but I mean, and I knew it didn't have anything to do with Michael Myers, but I thought it was great. And I looked through my library network, and my library network still had a VHS copy of number 2. So I just rented that, and I watched that 2 or 3 nights ago. Now I am waiting for number 4 to come in from the library. It's only a DVD, though. I can't get the VHS. They don't have it, but I'll have to watch that. But then the rest of the ones that I have from 5 till whatever the last one was, Resurrection.
Yeah,
I think so. I have all those on tape, so I'll be watching those.
H2O? I don't remember.
One of those two.
Resurrection is the one with Busta Rhymes. Yeah, that's the H2O was LL Cool J, who actually I think did a really good job in that movie.
Yeah, I agree.
But H2O came first, and then Resurrection was after.
Yep.
I was just down. Last night. I'm sorry, not last night. 2 nights ago, I was hanging out with one of our super fans, Dan Alicata, who's been on our show a couple of times. And he was on our Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 and Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 episodes. And so I was hanging out with him, and we went to a couple of different stores just for fun. We went to the Taco Bell, and we were hitting up different stores looking at their Halloween stuff for sale. We went down to Walmart, we went down to Target, and we went to the local Spirit Halloween. And the Spirit Halloween had these little Michael Myers heads with like glowing blue eyes that played the song, and they all have like these goofy like cafeteria hairnets on, and it was awesome. So it was good stuff.
It's the best time of year.
It is the best time of the year. Oh, okay. So real quick, I wanted to touch upon this real quick. I wanted to, because a lot of what we talk about on the show is like memories and stuff like that, and unfortunate to say that one of our local stores in our area that's been open for a very long time is closing after the season, and I'm talking about Halloween Outlet in Worcester, Mass.
Oh, man.
Right off of West Boylston Street. All of us have very fond memories of this place growing up. It's a year-round open Halloween store. Way back when we were kids, if any of you guys know the Worcester, Mass area, on Park Ave, there's Worcester's largest comic book and collectible store. That's Entertainment.
Was actually next door.
Well, no. What I'm saying was, it was right next door.
Yep.
So when I was a little kid, so T-Man and I, like one of our moms would drive us to That's Entertainment. We would go look at comic books and action figures and stuff, and we would go next door and go to Halloween Outlet and just be amazed by all the professional haunted, the wall of latex masks and the animatronics. They always had like the big figure of Pumpkinhead in the display case, like out by the street light, and like at Christmas time they always had a Santa hat on it and stuff. And then years later, they moved to another location on West Boylston Street, and it was still huge. And I thought that the store still looked awesome. Like, remember, it was like a destination.
And they had a
there.
mini haunted house that you enter through the store.
Yeah, they actually had an actor in there to scare you.
It was pretty scary.
Yeah.
It was good.
And during Halloween, like they're open more, and they have just all kinds of stuff that goes on in the parking lot. They have a tent sale. They got a guy out there who like does chainsaw sculptures.
Oh yeah, it's like carving out jack-o'-lanterns and stuff.
Yeah. All kinds of cool stuff. Like they really went all out, but until probably like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe the
store was cut in half.
Yeah,
basically.
The store was cut in half, and unfortunately, just wasn't what it used to be.
Yeah. Like what happened was, like way back in the day, the store was completely decked out with like Distortions Unlimited animatronics and like serious expensive like 4-digit haunted attraction products, right? Yeah. And I mean, you could just go in and be in there for like 2 hours and just be amazed by all the crazy stuff that was in there. And the people, the original owners passed away. Their kids took over the business, and from what I read, they also own restaurants, I think, in Rhode Island. So their priority was not the Halloween business. So I think they own or something where like they cut the building in half, where they used to where like Halloween Outlet used to be the entire building, and so they made it where only half the building was Halloween Outlet and the other half was like a stupid dollar store, like a Dollar General.
Yeah.
And it turned into like a very generic Spirit Halloween, less than Spirit Halloween type store where they didn't have any of the big crazy animatronics or any of that cool stuff. There was only a small amount of masks. It's mostly like the same lousy costumes that you'd find at Spirit Halloween or Halloween Express or something like that, and it just was not the same. And they're closing at the end of the season for good.
Yeah.
They-
Very sad.
They used to have these vehicles, like they had a hearse and like a PT Cruiser with like big evil Jack in the Boxes and stuff, and
You
like
just drive around.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see it. You just randomly, but all through September and October, just advertising.
I
Halloween
read
Halloween.
that they had 2 older guys that they hired full time to just cruise around the area in those.
It's great.
So
That's
they
a
sold them
swell
on
job.
eBay. Once the kids took over the business, they sold both of those cars on eBay. And it's all been downhill from there. So it's a really sad ending for all of us that I at least would just to go in there once a year, this time of the year, just to go in, just see what's up. And I always try to buy at least one thing. I remember
absolutely.
they had
I bought a
sale.
lot of decorations and stuff for my yard haunt.
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's always just good to just pick up something. You know what I mean? Just to support the local business. And don't get me wrong, they were a little bit on the pricey side. You know, but I get it. It's a small brick and mortar business, and it's really sad to see that what once was this phenomenal, eye-popping store that was like featured on Travel Channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was listening to a podcast recently. I also listened to a podcast called Hauntcast. It's all about professional haunters and attractions or home haunters and stuff. And they were talking to this one guy who's a big guy in the haunted attraction industry who was in Worcester because he's in a band that played at like the Palladium. And he's like, oh yeah, I took a ride down to Halloween Outlet because I heard about it on Travel Channel and it was like a shitty little store. And I just want to talk to this guy and be like, no, it used to be so much better. It used to be phenomenal, you know?
Yeah.
So it's
Bummer.
it's
That's
sad.
a bummer.
it is.
It's
yeah.
really sad to see this place close down. So
And you enter through a gigantic pumpkin, a jack-o'-lantern through the door, the size of a Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, it was unbelievable. And like, you didn't even have to buy costumes; they had costumes for rent.
Oh yeah.
It was just amazing, the stuff that they used to have that you couldn't see anywhere else. And and that's it.
I got my hot dog costume.
You got it from there?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
My infamous hot dog costume.
Nice. I found a mask recently when I was moving. I found an alien mask that was made by Distortions Unlimited that my parents bought me back in the 90s, back when it used to be on the Park Ave location.
Yeah.
And this thing's been like lost forever in a box up in the attic, and I found it, and it was like still in pretty good shape too.
Nice.
So
that's great.
It was neat.
I remember you got your chest burster shirt there
Yep,
too.
which I still have too.
Yeah.
Yep, still got my Aliens chest burster shirt from there. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, it's just unfortunate ending for something
Yeah.
that's a place that is pretty special.
Yeah. So that's that. But hey, if anybody still wants to go and see some cool Halloween-y stuff, go check out your local seasonal Halloween store. It's just something that's fun to do. And another thing, if there is a haunted attraction opened near you, please go and be a patron and enjoy a local haunted attraction.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff. So, yeah, UT, man, there's a lot of haunted attractions up in your area.
We just went to Universal Horror Nights.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Ooh, nice, yeah.
On Halloween
those
night,
seem
we'll
really
be
cool.
going to
Yeah.
Not Scary Farm.
Yeah,
We're
that
gonna
looks
check
fun.
out the Queen Mary's Haunted Harbor
Oh, cool.
soon. Yeah, there's a lot of cool haunts in California,
Nice.
dude. So if anyone's out this way and you know of some cool haunts, let us know, and I'll fucking go to them because I love that shit.
There's two that I really want to go to this year that I've never been to. There's one up near Boston called Barrett's Haunted Mansion. Always wanted
Cool.
to go to that. And there's another one that's on a big naval ship called Ghost Ship Harbor. It's in Quincy.
Oh yeah.
And I really
Yeah.
want to go to that too. So I'll hopefully try to get to those sometime this month. So
Nice.
we'll see. And then I gotta do up my yard this year. Back.
Yes, you do.
Getting Hanson Manor. I don't know if I might just do a little one this year. I don't know if I can do the
Sure.
whole thing, but I'll put up.
Sure.
I'll put up something. So it'll be good. So there we go. So that's when good ghouls go bad.
Yeah.
A Halloween tradition.
Yes.
And what should also be a Halloween tradition for you folks at home is dark roast, which you can buy at brokehorrorfan.com. Our
And
Halloween movie that you'll love.
and make it a
On
staple
VHS,
to
nonetheless.
make it a staple to check out our bio in our Instagram feed for on our profile to check out the VHS Bandits Halloween Mixtapes Volume 1 and 2, which you can watch for free on the World Wide Web this Halloween season.
Just
Kevbot, what are you selling?
Instagram.com
/
VHS Bandits or something like that.
Something like that.
So.
http://
Are there any
Backslash.
other Halloweeny things you want to share there, Kevster?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Gonna show my wife Mr. Boogedy for the first time this year.
All right.
Yeah.
On the Halloween mixtapes?
Probably on DVD.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, you have the DVD that
I
was
do.
officially released by Disney, right?
Yeah, the 2-pack.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
The 2 movies. Yeah.
Nice,
That's
nice.
about it.
You know what's funny?
And Disney Halloween Treat, which is on
Oh, yeah.
only on VHS.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
nice.
The funny thing is, of all of the VHS the VHS Bandits home videotapes that I made, I know you guys got copies, everybody else got their copies. I never made any for myself. So I don't have the Halloween mixtapes for myself, except for watching the QuickTime video of the whole thing. So
That's crazy.
Oh well, maybe I'll have to.
Crazy.
And I don't even have any more tapes to make them with
VHS tapes.
because they all went to make Dark Roast. So
That's
To think
right.
You would have like a master copy.
no,
The original.
no, I don't. I think the original went to one of you guys. I think I gave them my very first test
Just
run.
record
to
over
all you
Joe
guys.
somebody.
Or maybe it went to Joe somebody. I don't know.
You could.
Oh, real quick. I may
real quick.
I may do
10
this
minutes.
year.
This
I don't know.
podcast is twice as long now.
So
This is our very special double episode just because I'm here.
Yeah.
there is
Also, it's Halloween.
Half of it is plugs for things that
Yeah.
don't exist anymore.
we did a monster movie some years ago with starring Super Dracula called Super Dracula versus Snow Wolf, and I made a bunch of copies
is
of
that
that
up
on
too?
tape. And I never distributed any of them, so I may distribute a couple this season. We'll see.
Oh, cool.
I still have some of those kicking around.
Sounds wonderful.
Sweet.
So T-Man, did I get you one of those?
I don't think so. I have the mixtapes. I
All
don't
right,
know if I have.
I'll send one off to you. I'll get one over to you too, Kevbot.
Cool.
Nice.
And then I won't keep one for myself. So so
Sweet.
alrighty. So that's
Yeah, I think that's
that's it for this time.
We're gonna wrap it up now.
Yep, we
No-
gotta
no more plugs.
Real quick.
Nothing.
we got another real
Real quick,
special
real quick.
Halloweeny treaty episode for you guys coming up again before the end of the month.
Yeah, I may even show up.
He may even show up.
Who knows?
Who knows?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. No more plugs for anything else. This is the end.
Happy Halloween, bandits.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Can I ask you guys one quick question?
Oh my goodness. No.
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding. Go for it.
Real quick.
What
real
is
quick,
your
real
favorite
quick, real
Halloween
quick, just real
candy
quick.
to get when you went trick or treating when we were kids?
Reese's Cups.
Reese's Cups. How about you, T-Man?
Milky Way, the dark chocolate ones.
Ooh, I'm a
The dark roast ones.
dark roast ones.
The dark roast ones available on brokehorrorfan.com.
No more
Yes.
plugs.
My favorite is the original Milky Ways.
Ooh,
That's mine. I used to always save those for
controversial.
last. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, hope you out there listening get your favorite candy, or you just go buy some. I don't know. Whatever.
All right. Well,
That was it. That's all.
happy Halloween,
Hey, guys,
everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Enjoy
Thanks.
our October.
Thanks for listening. I'm the Kevbot.
This is Spooky Dane Train or Super Dracula.
This is terrifying Topher Henson.
Wishing you a happy Halloween. Thank you for listening. As always, be kind and rewind.